Hello and welcome back to Bits and Bobs. Today's video is all about the 1910 penny from the reign of King Edward VII, the coin we can see on screen now. I'll first go through the design and then move on to the facts and figures. So here is the reverse design, and it was done by Leonard Charles Wyon. We see a portrait of Lady Britannia holding the shield to her side, the shield bearing the Union flag, and in her other hand holding a trident up to the sky. She wears draped clothing and a Roman helmet. Behind and around her is the sea, as of course Britannia rules the waves, and then to the very bottom is the date 1910, the last year of Edward VII's coinage, and the date the coin was made. We then have to the side of Britannia the wording in capitals 1 penny, of course giving us the value or the denomination of this coin when it was used in circulation. Then all around the rim we can see small teeth, milling or beads, adding a security detail, making it harder to forge, and ensuring no one can clip the coin or shave off any of the edges for the profit of the metal. Moving now on to the obverse, we can see here a portrait of King Edward VII, as I say the last year he featured on coins. This portrait was done by George William de Saules, and we can see the initials there, DLS for de Saules, under the portrait, which faces to the right, with no crown or no laureate. Around is a long Latin abbreviated legend, reading Edwardus VII, de gra Brit om rex fid def ind imp. This means in English, Edward VII, by the grace of God, King of all the Britons, Defender of the Faith, Emperor of India. So his titles as monarch, and referring to how he's chosen to be monarch by God, God has willed him onto the throne, the divine right of kings. And once again we can see the small teeth milling or beading around the edge. So there is the design, and we'll now move on to the facts and figures of the 1910 penny, a coin minted at the Tower Hill Mint in London, where the Royal Mint was based, between 1810 to 1975. The coin is composed of a bronze alloy of 3 metals. It is 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, and 0.5% tin, with the 3 metals alloyed together within this bronze alloy of the coin, which weighs 9.435 grams. It's a fairly heavy coin for a small value of only 1 penny, and a fairly large coin again for the small value, with a diameter of 30.81 millimeters. The mintage for this year of penny is 29,549,184. It's a very common coin, tens and tens of millions made, so by no means a scarce or rare date. The penny is of course worth 1 pence. This is then 1/12 of a shilling, or 1/240th of a pound sterling, so there were 240 of these pennies to every pound back in 1910, and back in 1910 1 penny was equal to 61 pence today. So although pennies today are pretty worthless, back then they did have some value, worth more than 50p would be in today's money. And they were then demonetised in 1971 to give way to the new pence, the new pennies of decimal times. Now then, moving on to the value of the coin today for collectors, it will sell for around £1 in poor condition, £3 in fine condition, £50 then in extremely fine, and £100 in uncirculated grade. So a pretty cheap and affordable coin in the lower and more worn grade, but a jump in prices there, a high price for the higher grades, for the true collectors looking to get the best possible premium collecting in their coin collection of the highest grades. So there we go. Of course, if you enjoyed, please do subscribe to the channel, and that will be very helpful for us. Thank you for watching to the end as well, and we'll see you again soon for some more coins in the future on Bits and Bobs. Bye for now.